Hey guys, this is your girl Adri. So today we're going to be going about the first time experience that I had hosting on Turo. What we're going to be going over, I'm going to tell you how my first trip went, money wise, how good it is, customer wise, and app functionality. And then I'm going to talk about like returns and delivery. So with my first trip, so first let me set up like why I'm using Turo. So I'm using Turo just to make extra cash for my to pay my down payment for my car. My car is a 2021 Mitsubishi Mirage e-car, compact car. Fun fact: I worked for Enterprise for a year and a half, so I know my rental car. So I know that car is very like great for rentals. It's good on gas. It's small, compact, easy to drive, basic functionality. So it's a great Turo car. Low, also low miles, all that fun stuff. And so I put it in this year, only for like certain days. I can only rent out for certain day. My goal is like at least maybe like 2-3 times a month, rent it out, just lower my down payment even more. And so I had my first. So what you have to do when you do Turo is first, I got my oil change. They have to do an inspection on it. I think a yearly inspection. And then I got my car like cleaned out, detailed, so it was super clean. That's the first thing you should do. Then second is taking good pictures at right angle. I would suggest at least 10 to 12 photos, just so they could like people could like see the car or whatever. Then so that. And then reservations. So I had a 1 day reservation with a lovely couple. They were great. I think that was like a great experience for my first time doing Turo. They were friendly. They were very communicative, talking. They just needed it for a day. I think they rented it for like a couple of hours. So the downside, I did delivery. And so it was a 10-mile radius and it was a $10 fee, which in retrospect, when I first did the reservation, I was like, yeah, I should have I think the reason I did that, because I knew since it was my first rental, I wasn't going to make a lot of money. I'm trying to gain traction. Because what I learned from Turo is that there are people with multiple cars, like people with 50 cars and like running it like an enterprise business. So it gets extremely, especially for me being like a quote unquote little guy, to like make money on Turo, especially with cars like that. So what I've noticed with the people with like big conglomerate business, they don't really deliver. It's kind of like an as is. They don't really have that time to be like delivering cars. And so I was like, okay, well, if I, deliver cars within a certain mile radius, I'll just get more business. The problem is only have one car. So you have to rely on other people for you to get the car. Either it's a 2-person operation and it's you and someone else working together picking up cars, or you have like a second car, but you really need multiple people to do delivery. Or if you have like a partner who's doing it, then that works. That's who I recommend to use Turo. The people who normally use Turo are these like big companies, people with a spare car. They just have a car that they're not using and they just want to rent it out. You definitely need like a partner, someone who can like help you with that. Money's good. I mean, of course, with every app like this, Turo has to get their cut. I think their cut is probably like 10-20%. With the car like me, it's like it ranges on peak times or like what's going on. But I can make like probably like between $40 to $50 a day off my car, and that's like, I mean, maybe 30 is the lowest, but nothing lower than 30 is what I would make so it'll be like $30-$50. So I can, if I'm renting it 3-4 times a day, 3-4 times a month, that's probably like what, $150 off my car payment, which is great. So you can't beat Turo. The functionality of the app is really good. It's easy to use. Everything's pre-listed. It's a good app. Yeah, and that's the only thing that I could say about it. I haven't had a bad experience for my first ride. This was good. I think I really need to get the logistics down when it comes to deliveries. I think right now I'm not going to deliver cars. Like, people could just pick it up from my house. I think that's the easiest way to do it until I figure out like a new method of how to deliver cars or have someone help me. All right, thank you guys for listening. Like, subscribe, comment.